Today I'm going to be discussing how I manifested a credit for my phone bill. The $350 credit for my phone bill keeps growing as we speak. About 2 weeks ago, and I will insert a timeline. I keep looking around because strange men keep literally like pulling up next to me and shit. It was like two weeks before one of my phone bills was due, basically, in November. And I was like, you know what? I just want a credit. I want a credit to be applied to my account because that's never happened to me before, and I feel like I deserve it. And so I'm gonna have a credit. My phone was technically off because I just believed that much that I was going to get a credit applied to my account. I did not, I just knew that I was going to get it weeks before it actually happened. At the beginning of November, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make this payment because I already know I'm going to get a credit in X amount. The amount that I told myself I was going to get was $350. I ended up getting credited like $380, and basically this happened like a week and a half after I had first told myself, yeah, I'm gonna have a credit. I'm just gonna wait to see what happens. I'm going to get this credit. Time passes and it's what, the 16th? I'll insert all of the correct dates and times and stuff like that. But it reaches November the 16th, and early that morning I had just came from Barnes & Noble and I was going into Hobby Lobby. I looked down at my phone and I'm like, I happened to look down at my phone and I'm just like, yeah, my phone, it's back on. It's back on. And so I come out of Hobby Lobby, read my new book, I head home, eat, take a nap. And then when I wake up from my nap, I just continue on with my evening. And so 6 p.m. Eastern time rolls around and I didn't know that I received a notification. And about like 45 minutes later, I received another notification. And that's when I realized I received the initial notification from my cell phone carrier that my service has been restored completely. And I was just thinking, did someone go out of their way to like turn this on for me? They didn't have to do that. No, literally I got an email shortly after that and a text message talking about, oh, there was a credit applied to your account in the amount. It doesn't give the exact amount, but I know it was enough to cover the phone bill, which was $342.69 or something like that. But I was so stunned. I was trying to figure out who did it, but it wasn't anyone except for myself, basically. It was no one else but me because I persisted. I knew what I wanted. And just by knowing what I want and believing that I'm gonna get it, that's how I got it. Excuse me. You can have a credit applied to your phone bill, your electricity bill, cable bill, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Or, you know, if you just want cash. So the first thing you need to do is decide what it is you want. Do you want the cash? Do you want a gift card? Do you want a credit? Do you want a discount? Decide, because that is super important. I feel like manifestation coaches don't go over that part enough. Know exactly what you want. There are so many people that will tell you, oh, go vague. Going vague is okay, but getting specific is much better. Especially if you are not like used to operating from a certain state. You have to understand if you're basically like operating from lack and you are requesting or you're putting in your order for like a discount or a credit and you are manifesting it from lack, all of the different like conditions tied to the state of lack are going to come up, basically. Excuse me. I actually manifested this credit from like a state of love. That's pretty much all that I was feeling that whole day was love. I wasn't tapping into the state or the feeling of love like for an hour. I was doing it multiple times throughout the day. Like anytime I had to spend money, I was feeling that love that comes with spending money and having more and knowing that I have enough. I would just think about things that I love to do and things or people that I love, and it just made it so much easier for me to stay in a state of gratitude and in love. So deciding exactly what you want, whether it's gift card, credit, discount, whatever, etc. That's one thing. And then practicing feeling the emotion of love, joy, bliss, gratitude. Okay, and then part of this goes back to getting clear on what you desire, but knowing what amount or what percentage is exactly enough. Like when you think about the amount of your phone bill or the amount of your water bill or your electricity, you don't want to lowball yourself, because then you'll be like, oh, well, if I manifested this, then I could have manifested the whole thing being taken care of. You can do like $10 more than what you need, or you can do $25 more than what you need. It doesn't really matter. It's your imagination that you're going to have to utilize to get it anyway. But you do want to settle on you don't want to settle for, but you want to settle on a number that makes you happy, is to allow it to come to you. You don't once you put in your order with the universe, you don't have to go looking for ways that the credit is going to show up. That's none of your business. All you need to focus on is knowing that it's already done and the feeling of it already being done. Having faith is basically being aware of whatever it looks like, whatever the circumstances that are happening, whatever circumstances are happening around you, whether they match what's happening within you or not, it's still getting done. Whatever is happening within you doesn't stop you from getting the credit. What's happening outside of you doesn't stop you from getting the credit. You can get the credit regardless. Okay, and then I guess the last thing is how long it actually took me. Not that this is really relevant, because I was explaining, I think at the beginning of the video, I was explaining how I literally put my order into the universe weeks before. But the day that I got the credit, everything just made so much sense. Like I was living from love. I was knowing exactly what I wanted. I moved like I got what I wanted already. And then I allowed it to come to me. I allowed it to be fulfilled. I'm intending that this video helped you to manifest the credit, the discount, whatever you desire. Comment on one thing that you are intending on manifesting right now. Don't forget to like this video, add it to a playlist, share this with someone that's interested in manifesting a credit for themselves as well, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.